Bloom Wichita, your local florist for all your gift-giving, celebratory, and remembrance needs. Specializing in fresh, creative florals and plants, we carry fun, local, and regional-made gifts too. Learn more at bloomwichita.com.
Support for See Taste Do comes from Dr. Colin and Joan Bailey, proud sponsors of PBS Kansas Channel 8 programming.
I'm Phil Richardson. Welcome to See Taste Do. We're heading to Emporia, Kansas, in the heart of the Flint Hills. We're heading out to an awesome zoo, and next we're going to go to a local favorite and have some tasty food, and then I'm going to try my hand at disc golf. From rich heritage to modern charm, get ready to see the sights, taste the flavors, and do all the things that make Emporia a Kansas gem. Let's hit the road.
These businesses are See Taste Do hometown proud. Visit Emporia, John North Ford, and Gazette Collective.
Our first stop is the Traylor Zoo, one of the smallest accredited zoos in the country. The zoo contains nearly 400 specimens of birds, mammals, and reptiles representing more than 80 species that are exhibited in natural habitats. Let's go check it out. And today we are here at the Traylor Zoo in Emporia, Kansas, and joining me is Kelly Prale. Kelly, you're the education coordinator of the zoo. I tell you, one thing that impressed me the most when I came in is the beautifulness of the flowers and the vegetation. I mean, it's such a beautiful place, and I had never been here before, so I'm excited to be here. So tell us about the zoo. What's the history, just a little brief history of the zoo?
Well, thank you for coming, first of
You
all.
bet.
I appreciate you guys being here. The flowers that you witnessed when you came through the gate, that's part of our horticultural department. They do work for the city of Emporia, and they're a big piece to our zoo. We would like to be considered one day as a botanical zoo, as well as a place to house and care for our animals. So we're kind of proud of that aspect. The zoo itself started in 1934, and we were actually in a place called Soden's Grove, which is not far from here.
Okay.
But the property, of course, we had some deer pens at that time in the beginning, and then in 1935 they had a WPA order that we were allowed to build a monkey island, which housed some monkeys. So that was kind of the beginnings of everything. And then in 1959 we moved here, and this is Soden's Grove, a larger space for us to grow and find a future.
So what's a few of the highlights of the zoo when people come that they could expect to see? A couple of the highlights.
The highlights, we've got some wonderful animals, I think, that are important animals as well. When you first enter the zoo, you probably got welcomed by the trumpeter swans. Yeah, they are part of an SSP program. That's just something that we as a zoo, we participate in programs where it's species survival plan. So that's one of the programs that we do work with, and they are part of that. So we're proud to have them on site. We also do have animals that are like Mission Madagascar. They are animals that are potentially have some endangerment issues due to deforestation and things like that. Those are some highlights that we have here at the zoo. We care for animals that need care, basically. Yeah.
Well, one thing I noticed when we walked in, I was looking around for a ticket counter or a booth to, for folks to pay, but there was nobody there. So is it free?
Yeah, absolutely. We are really proud of that fact, actually. We're a free zoo, plus we're an accredited zoo, and that's kind of a rare animal in itself. But yeah, we were accredited back in, I believe it was around 1985, something like that. in that ballpark. But what that means is we run our zoo based on a certain standard of care, and we have to present ourselves in such a way for the animals, the facility, the keepers, all of that needs to fall in line. So with those standards in place, the city is certainly proud, and it's just a blessing that we can actually be a free zoo, open to the community. Just push the gates and come on in.
We also had a chance to check out the David Traylor Education Center here on the campus, and we're going to have you check that out right now. And now we're here at the Education Center with the David Traylor Zoo. And Kelly, this is looking pretty exciting too. So tell us a little bit about what happens here in the Education Center.
Our Education Center is our outreach program. We work our classroom events in here, so we might have some activities for maybe schools coming out for field trips. We can do that. We can host parties in here. We can host meetings in here. We are getting ready for our zoo camp as well. So that's just, there's a list of events that will roll through here throughout a year's time, but it's always an extra space to be able to teach and inform people about animals and wildlife.
And so the animals you have all over, of course, in this room and the other areas, what kind of animals will people see when they come?
Into this space, they're going to see the smaller varieties. So we've got anything from lizards, we do have snakes, spiders, some birds and mammals, some of the smaller varieties. Again, we've got a miniature, not miniature, but a screech owl. She's really tiny. So anyway, some of those smaller variety animals. In the zoo, you're going to have, the largest we have, of course, is our largest land mammal, the bison.
Yeah.
So that's something that we have. We also have the mountain lion is a larger, but the lemurs, and there's tortoises over there, and swans. So it's just all kinds of animals that are in our care, and we always hope to do a good job.
And I bet the kids and the moms and dads and the grandparents have a great time over here.
Yeah. We've gotten a lot of compliments on this space. People don't realize that we're here. We're just east of the zoo a little bit.
Okay.
You have to pass the main gates to get over here. But this is an extra space. We're open on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 1 to 4 in this classroom. And people can just come mill around, meet the animals, get a touch moment maybe.
Well, let's get back to the zoo tour. Let's go. Well, this is a hidden gem in Kansas, and I'm glad that I came today because I'd never been here, and it's so beautiful. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised in a good way when they come to visit.
Good. I would love to have more from around the state, from around the country come and visit us.
Very good. Well, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a beautiful zoo. So much to see there. Now we're heading to Radius Brewing Company, a local favorite. We're going to go grab a bite. Come along with us. And now we're here at Radius Brewing Company with Chad Swift. He's the owner. Chad, tell us all about the Radius Brewing Company.
Absolutely. So, locally owned and operated brew pub in downtown Emporia, Kansas. We're right off Main Street. For those that are aware of our university, we're just about 6 blocks south.
Oh, okay.
Been in operation for about 12 years. We do a mix of what we like to call elevated pub style food, along with our beautiful brewery where we make all of our beer on site. So on that elevated pub style menu, you're going to see highlighted our brick oven, which you can kind of see behind us. That was the first thing we actually put in that kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
We're slinging pizzas and running them through there about 600 degrees, kind of one of the highlights of our menu. We developed our initial plan from a very simple, fast casual, let's make some beer and get a lot of beer and sandwiches to people, to let's blow it up, let's put it in the brick oven, do lots of pizzas, do lots of cool stuff. Also allowed us to expand our beer line to have more customers coming through. So, yeah.
So what's the story behind the building? Do you know that? I mean, it looks very historic from the inside with the brick walls. Do you know the history of it?
Just like every other old building, they say it's been a mortuary at some point.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's definitely been discussed. I know we're from, the building was built in the 1880s.
Okay.
There initially was another building here where our parking lot is, so we weren't a very prominently featured building in a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
So we can't find a lot historically, really. We just more local history on the various businesses been before we opened. And of course, once we got it, we took it down to those bricks
Right.
and started fresh. We actually even dug into the ground a little bit to get our brewery in. It's about 2 feet recessed into the ground. Oddly enough, we found old medicine bottles and shoes and some old stuff that was extremely historic. Little tobacco containers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really old. It took a lot of work to get it to where it needs to be, but it's trucking along now.
Those are like hidden treasures.
Absolutely.
You know?
And the local newspaper came and did a small story on it, just like look at some of the treasures we found, and we've still got them stored upstairs, just kind of some memorabilia we held on to.
So what's your passion behind the Radius Brewing Company? What got you into doing this? I mean, what did you do before? What's the passion or the story behind that?
Yeah, so there's 3 of us that own and operate. One of my business partners is our chef. Comes up with all the food recipes, comes up with all the specials, some unique menu items. My other business partner is our brewmaster, and he was a home brewer, so he was making beer in his kitchen and in his garage before we got going here. I was going to school at Wichita State while the planning was going on here, and our brewmaster, JJ, came to me and was like, hey, we're getting close on this project. What do you think about coming in and helping us out? I said, I'll go in for 6 months and help you out. And of course, that was 12 years ago, so here we are. But this is my hometown.
Okay.
So I swore I'd never come back here, and here I am, and I'm stoked to be here now.
Yeah.
And to be able to do something for the community, we're very involved.
Yeah.
We're part of Emporia Main Street. JJ was actually the president for a little bit. So we like to be involved in the community and doing things. And that's the cool thing about this. It has spouted off a subsidiary or sister business, if you will, because we'll be opening a big production brewery here in about 2 months.
Okay.
That's also here in downtown Emporia. So we've continued to invest, not only our time, but this business and doing a separate business. So to me, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about continuing to give to the community, continue to be a part, to be involved, and grow and do more.
What's the story behind the name Radius Brewing Company?
It kind of goes along with that theory that we want to be really involved in our community within a small radius of Emporia, and really hyper focus on what we're doing here.
Okay.
We try to use as many local purveyors and suppliers as fiscally responsible, of course, when we can. It's not possible on everything. You can't get hops in Emporia.
Sure.
But when we can, we like to support local. So that just goes back to the idea that our focus is within a small radius of Emporia, both on supporting other businesses and being involved in giving back.
Okay. So I know everything's good here. What would you suggest? We've never been here before, so do you have a couple of favorite items that you would suggest that we try?
So one thing I got to tell you about is our house-made pretzel bread with our beer cheese spread and our black bean hummus. We go through so much of that, and it's delicious. Like, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, it's amazing how much of that we put out of that kitchen. So we house make all of our dough. That's where the pretzel bread comes from. It goes through that brick oven for just a couple minutes, puffs up nice. We put a little bit of that salt and butter on it, and then we have our white cheddar beer cheese spread. We actually get the white cheddar from Kansas, so it's a local product, even if it's not directly from the Emporia area. Put that with a little bit of our low 5 pale ale, some cream cheese, some mustard, blend that all up. It's served cold. You put that on that warm pretzel bread, and it's where it hits.
Well, you're making me hungry. I think we better get some food out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Okay, well, we have our appetizer here. It is pretzel bread and black bean hummus and cheese, white cheese bread.
White cheddar beer cheese.
White cheddar beer, yes. Yeah. Very difficult
it's to remember. It's a lot of words.
But it looks very scrumptious. I'm really hungry.
It's delicious, I can't lie.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it
every day.
I'm gonna start with the black bean.
There you go.
Hummus first. I'm just gonna take a little dollop here, a little spread on. Okay, and here we go.
Yeah, I like the. So what you kind of get is the black bean gives it less of that like earthy chickpea.
Yeah.
And a little bit more almost towards like the bean dip side, but still has the flavor, the garlic, that reminds you of a hummus spread.
I've never had black bean hummus. That's very good. Well, Chad, now we're going to have the white cheddar beer cheese. Here we go.
All right.
I'll just
Yep,
take a little dollop.
Yep, that's a little bit thicker than what a lot of people expect when they see beer cheese. A lot of them are expecting like a warm dip.
Yeah.
We serve this cold, nice and dense, really coats the pretzel bread.
Well, here we go. Wow. It almost tastes fruity. Has anybody said that?
Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of that coming from the mustard.
Yeah.
That's some acidity in there. Yeah.
Do you sell this by the pound?
I don't know if we'd have any left to serve here if we did.
Wow, that stuff is great.
And the cool thing is, once again, back to the idea of radius, the white cheddar we use is from the state of Kansas. Once again, it's not from Emporia or Lyon County, but it's from the state, and we use our Lo-Fi Pale Ale, one of our flagships, in that as well. It gives it a nice little, it offsets, cheese is so savory. So you add some extra ingredients to it to offset that savoriness, a little bit more bite. And you get that from both the mustard and the beer.
Well, that's very, very good. I love that.
Awesome.
So Chad, this pizza I ordered, the Green Goat Pizza, right?
Correct.
Okay, here we go.
Gets its name from the green kale and the loads of goat cheese we put on it.
Okay, and I've never had this kind of pizza before, so this is a first.
There we go.
So here we go. I'm excited about this. I always cut my pizza. I never pick it up. I don't like to touch my food.
That's fair.
Necessarily. Here we go. That's really good. And I'm not a big onion person.
Yeah.
But that is very, very good. I love the crust too. I love thin crust.
Yeah.
So this is right up my alley.
We use a press just to give us a good base, and then we toss it around and move it around a little bit to get it the size we want, and not to be too thin. We want to support the ingredients, support the toppings, but at the same time, we're looking for more of that thinner style.
Yeah. And the best part about thin crust, you don't get filled up on dough.
You can eat the whole pizza.
You get the whole pizza. That's very good. Love it.
Awesome.
Well, that wraps up our taste portion of this episode of See, Taste, Do. Chad, it has been a pleasure. This food is fabulous. And another great thing, leftovers. I love leftovers.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having us.
It was a pleasure having y'all down here for us.
All right, thanks. Boy, howdy, I am stuffed, but we gotta keep moving. Finally, we are headed to Champions Landing. It's an 85-acre property and home to a world-class disc golf course and a proud host of the Disc Golf Pro Tour's Dynamic Disc Open. I'm heading to give it a try. Here we go. And now we're here at Champions Landing. I'm joining with Jeremy Rusko. Jeremy, thanks for having us today.
Phil, thanks for coming, and glad to talk disc golf with you.
You bet. Well, this is something I've never done before, so I'm excited to get out on the course and try my hand at it. But give us a little brief history of Champions Landing, how it came about, how you're involved.
Yeah, sure. So Champions Landing was previously the Emporia Country Club for over 100 years. So this has a rich history in Emporia. Country club model doesn't work out in a lot of smaller communities at this point in time, and so just a little over a year ago, purchased the property, opened it up to the public for everybody to enjoy, just not just the country club membership. So we've seen a lot of new faces around here, a lot of new people in Emporia that are experiencing this property for the first time. We've added 3 new disc golf courses, bringing the total to 4 disc golf courses for all skill levels. So there's a beginner-friendly disc golf course, intermediate, advanced, and championship level disc golf out here on the property. There's foot golf course as well, which is soccer golf, and let's focus on disc golf today, though.
Yeah. I was going to quickly ask you about foot golf. I've never heard of that. I was imagining using your feet, hitting a little golf ball, but no.
Soccer ball.
Okay, gotcha. So tell us a little bit about what else is inside. I know you mentioned a coffee shop and other items inside.
Yeah, we opened up Champ's Coffee Shop to try to bring people in that have their morning coffee or early afternoon coffee. We've got Champ's Bar and Grill, which is just imagine your typical sports bar and grill at a traditional country club. We got really good food. We do private events. venue that we just had a live concert on last week, and just a lot of different things on the property where we're really trying to bring in not just the Emporia community, but disc golf destination travelers from all over the world. And just next week alone, we're hosting the the PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships, where we're going to have over 400 junior competitors on the property, as well as their families, coming from more than a dozen different countries, I believe, over the world. So really cool thing for Emporia to be the host of.
That's exciting for the town and exciting for your business. But tell me a little bit now about how this works. Like, how many of what do you call this?
This is a disc golf basket.
Okay, so how many on the course?
Well, our beginner-friendly course is a 9-hole course,
Okay.
and the other 3 courses are 18-hole courses. And so you play it just like traditional golf.
Okay.
You try to throw the disc
Into
in
the
the basket
basket.
in
Okay.
as few throws as possible.
Just like golf?
Yep.
Okay.
There's putters, there's mid-range discs, there's fairway drivers, there's distance drivers. The average competitive disc golf player carries about 25 discs.
Wow, okay.
That do all kinds of different things. You'll probably only need one today,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to play a hole or two with you.
Well, it's going to be a first because, like I said, I used to play Frisbee back in the day, you know, growing up, but never disc golf. So I'm excited to learn and excited to get on the course. So, Jeremy, how did you get started in this?
Well, believe it or not, about 20 years ago, while I was an Emporia State University student in the business school, I started up dynamic discs, a little college eBay hobby. Put some discs up on eBay and sold the disc the first week and just the second week. And over the last 20 years, dynamic discs just really exploded into becoming one of the premier, most recognizable disc golf brands in all of disc golf. And Emporia was right along with that, with the host of numerous world championships, largest disc golf events in all of disc golf, and we've really been excited to be in a community that is so welcoming to the disc golf players and the disc golf traffic revenue generation. It's just been a really important part of our community for the last 20 years. So
Jeremy, why do you love disc golf?
Oh man, well, I love disc golf because it is just so enjoyable to play. It's just a really good way to connect with friends, with family. It's not stressful like traditional golf for me. When I hit a golf ball in the wrong direction, which happens almost every time, I don't have a good time. But you know, I think it's great because it's free in almost every course that's out there. It's a great way to bond with people, and I just think it's for all walks of life that. You don't have that in every sport, and you can play it by yourself, or you can play with a group of people, and you can be as competitive as you want to be. You can play tournaments, you can play local leagues, or you can just go out there and enjoy a casual round by yourself or with a group of friends.
Well, I'm ready to get out on the course. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Phil, so as I was mentioning earlier, there's different discs to suit every player's different needs. There's putters, which you can see is a taller profile, doesn't fly as far, more accurate from shorter distances. There's mid-range discs, which are a little taller, or a little somewhat sleeker profile, designed to fly a little less distance than what you would say would be a driver. This is actually a fairway driver right here, and then a distance driver would just have a wider rim. I actually don't even carry a distance driver in my bag today because I get the fairway drivers to fly just as far for me as I do a distance driver. So I'm going to give you a very neutral flying mid-range disc. And most players think they need to be starting out with a really fast, high-speed driver to get them maximum amount of distance. And actually, most players, when they start out, they need to be starting out with a mid-range or a putter to enjoy the game. And I know you've got a background in throwing the Frisbee, and so I look forward to seeing how you master this course today.
But Jeremy, what you don't understand, it's been 4 decades since I've thrown a Frisbee, probably. I mean, we're talking more than 40 years.
You'll catch back up to speed quickly.
I hope so. Any special techniques I should know? Just finger? No finger?
And now, it's, as a Frisbee thrower, you're gonna. I used to throw like that when I started out as well. To get the most distance, you actually want to use more of a power grip, and it's usually most people do 3 fingers and tuck the pinky in there, or they do all 4.
Okay.
For me on this hole, I actually we'll do that fan grip with a little bit of the finger, but that's just because this is a shorter shot for, we'll just say, a more experienced player.
Sure,
in disc golf.
And I don't have a lot of hand strength, so I'm going to go with this technique. Okay, are we ready? Wait a minute. Here goes nothing. Oh, that was terrible. I think it went the wrong way. Do I get a do-over?
Yeah, you get a do-over.
Okay, I think I'm going to shoot it to the right of the basket, then maybe it'll float.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's still going to the left.
That's getting closer.
Okay.
I think you can get a par. You can still get par.
I want to see the pro do it.
Okay, so let
me get out of your way here. Oh, see, I needed to go to the right, and then it comes back to the left.
That'll be for hole 2. So this is going to be your this is going to be your approach shot. What you're not trying to make it in the basket. You're trying to just put it as close to under the basket as possible, and you're going to want to start out aiming about 30 feet to the right because it's going to
plus there's this nice tree limb hanging down.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So here we go. Oh yeah, I didn't do it right. I needed to do, you said 30 feet, I didn't do, I misgauged my measurement. Okay.
Up to you on how you want to throw it.
Okay, but I need to stand right here.
You have to put 1 foot behind the disc.
Okay.
And, yep.
Like that?
Yep. And you can throw it sidearm too, like your old Frisbee days.
Oh yeah, well, except my leg's in the way. Unless I did it like that, but yeah. I think I'll just give it, so from here you don't suggest 30 feet to the right, correct?
No.
Okay, just kind of aiming for the basket. I did the 30 feet.
Hey, look, that's you got that putt.
Okay. Now I want you to show me the pro end of things. I bet you'll hit it in the basket from here.
Well, I haven't putted at all today or done any disc golf, so probably not. But
oh, look at that. That's awesome. You make it look so easy.
Oh, it is easy.
Maybe after 6 months of training.
You'll be there.
Yeah.
You'll be there.
If I can't make it from here, that would be a sad day, right?
It would be.
Okay, at least you're honest. Okay, are we ready? Yay! So I did 3.
So you got a 4.
4.
You got a 4, which is for your first hole in 40 in a lifetime.
45 years, that's not bad, I guess, yeah. This is a lot of fun. I don't know why I waited 45 years to do this.
You know, the great thing about disc golf is there are disc golf courses everywhere. They are all over the United States, all over the world. As I mentioned earlier, it's free to play 98% of the courses that are out there, and you can get started usually with 2 or 3 discs for $20 to $30 and have all kinds of fun. So I encourage anybody and everybody to get out there, get active, play disc golf, and then see what it's all about.
I think I have a new sport. That wraps up this episode of See, Taste, Do from Emporia, Kansas. If you want us to come to your town, email us at seetastedo@kpts.org. Until next time, get out there and see the great gems of Kansas. We'll see ya.
These businesses are See, Taste, Do hometown proud. Visit Emporia, John North Ford, and Gazette Collective. Support for See, Taste, Do comes from Dr. Colin and Joan Bailey, proud sponsors of PBS Kansas Channel 8 programming.
Bloom Wichita, your local florist for all your gift-giving, celebratory, and remembrance needs. Specializing in fresh, creative florals and plants, we carry fun, local, and regional-made gifts too. Learn more at bloomwichita.com